Hi guys, so as we said in the last tutorial, this tutorial is going to be all about read line, and read lines. And it's key to know the differences so that when you're reading files you can choose the best methodology, because this determines how the data in your file, is going to be read into the program. So read gives you all of the data as one big string. The entire file is one big string. New lines will be identified by this character, which is automatically stored by the program itself. There's nothing you have to do on your end to make sure that these new line characters are in here. Automatically, if you have two lines in a program, it'll automatically put a new line after the first but before the second. So there's no problem with that. In that string, that's going to be there. So if you wanted to split it up by lines, you would do dot split, whatever your string name is, dot split, and you're going to split by the new line. Additionally, any tabs are going to be stored by this. So if there's a tab in your text, in your file that you're reading in, it's going to be stored by this. So if you want to split it up based on paragraph, you would do dot split by tab. Alright guys? So right here you get one big string with read. With read line, you will get a string just of one line. So just one line will come back here as a string, which means that we usually pair up read line with a for loop. With this, we usually do a for loop. So it would be like for line, remember this could be anything, that's just an arbitrary variable name. For a line in text, let's say, for a line in text, and then line 1 equals line dot read line. For text in text 1. Line equals line dot read line. Line 1 equals line dot read line. And line 1 here basically is that's going to be one line of your text file. Now read lines is going to give you a list, and each line is going to be a string in that list. So this is line 1, this is line 2, but of course it's really just going to have the string of that line, right? I'm just writing this to show you guys. So remember, if you want one big string, here, let me do it like this, change it to yellow. So one big string, you would use read. A string of just one line, you would use read line, and a list of all the lines in the text file as each as a separate string element of that list would be read lines. So I hope this helps to clarify some of the misconceptions people have about the three different methods. I also want to take the time in this tutorial, while we still have a minute or two left, to say that now, once you've done that, you can manipulate the data, and be sure if you did write to close the file. This is extremely important. Now I may do another tutorial covering these steps again and just showing a quick example, but for now take this all in, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. So remember, basically, last thing I want to go over before we wrap up here, you have step 1, make sure you open the file in the proper way, save it to a variable name, and remember your formatting here. Remember, don't forget this .text or whatever file extension it is. Don't forget to declare the method. I believe the default method is read. Step 2, you want to use one of these methods to read the information from the file. Step 3 is manipulate. Step 4 is close. Remember, you have to, mandatory for writing. It's mandatory for any file that you've written to, but it's good practice on the read files. Which means that if you're just reading from one of the files, you don't have to close it, but it's good practice to do so. And this is for reading. Alright guys, and that'll wrap up today. See you in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.